Welcome Down the Middle, episode 58, I
58.
think.
Yeah, 58 you put.
Well, I think that's right. Anyway, I'll count them again. How are you, H?
I'm good, mate. As I always say, another near end of the week done, so it's good for Thursday night. So you always know it's wake up to Friday mornings. It's a good
I actually,
feeling.
I actually like that about our recording of late, doing it on a Thursday night, so that we know that there's only one more day of the week. Put the episode out for a Friday. Surely that gets you in the Friday mood. I like it. It's good.
It's good. How are you?
I'm going all right. First
You
week
always
back.
go, oh, thanks.
First week back at work. Yeah, got through okay. It's pretty good, actually. A couple of people whinging, but I'm like, mate, just get back into it. Let's go. Let's do it. I love
It
it.
is that first week back. It's just
People,
getting into the grind of things.
people are very hard to get back into get the ball rolling, get back into the grind. But nah, mate, I don't care. I just love it. Let's get in.
That's good.
First round of Champos last week, mate. After our little range session,
Yeah,
played okay.
yeah, yeah. Shot the handicap. So all you can ask for, really. I clawed it back. I was 7 over through 4.
Ooh, okay.
So and then I was 13. And I clawed it back to 13 over through 9. So I sort of didn't do too
That's
bad.
okay. Yeah,
And then went 9 over through the last 9. So
that's good. That's good back nine golf.
I was through. Hang on, going through it. 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, 5 to 9. I shot 2 over.
Ooh, very good.
So
Very good golf.
I absolutely clawed it back.
That's
to the air.
that's really clawing it back. Yeah, nice.
So I'm one shot off the lead.
One shot off the
Technically,
lead.
C grade, yeah. 6. Oh, no, 2 shots. Sorry, 2 shots. 68,
Right.
68. I'm 70.
Okay.
So,
Uncle Brian with a 69.
69. Yeah, one under technically.
Wow.
He should
Okay.
have been about 6 under. Yeah.
I did get a breakdown of the round. Don't you worry. Over the weekend.
He had a good 12 12, 13 holes.
Yeah.
And the other holes, they're doubled. Like, it was doubled.
Couple of doubles, he said. Couple of
Yeah.
3 putts and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mate, second round. How'd your driver go? We were talking about the driver swing over the weekend.
Started off slow, and then and then it came good.
You found your rhythm. Okay.
Found my rhythm. On the eighth, I had 75 meters in. So,
Yes.
Um,
For anyone that knows, what's the eighth? Eighth is about 290 or something. No, must be more. 340.
Yeah, no, 320.
Yeah, so you've hit a good 260 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nice.
it's good. Well, the kick helps, like the roll, the bounce helps.
Don't worry about the bounce. You hit it, mate. That's good.
Right.
Oh, second round. I'd like to see, seeing as I can't log into the back system, I'd like to see a good round this week and then a little updated scoreboard for the battlers on the socials, maybe over the weekend. Bit of pressure for you. There you go.
I think we'll do it anyway. But and then I think I'm into them with the match play updates, obviously as well. I think I'm 6th in that because obviously
that's the whole club.
Some of the Oh no, that's
Honours only C grade.
A grade as well. They do all 3 grades for
all 3 grades. Okay.
And but that's only 3 or 4. So I want to do 2 good back-to-back rounds.
Put yourself in good position.
Yeah. And then maybe have 3 good rounds and go, rightio, if I'm a couple off the pace for the overall sort of champos, then go, rightio.
Have a crack.
Try and have a solid round, and then. But yeah,
right. I'd like to see H more with a trophy. Let's put it that way.
I said to Brian, I said, look, if I can be even, like hit my handicap or 1 over, like my handicap for the 4 rounds, I can't really ask too much more of that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
that's pretty good.
you hit your handicap 4 weeks in a row.
Not many people will, especially in C grade. Not many people will.
100%. And that's why I'm just like, do 2 good weeks in a row. Watch, hopefully, some people at the top have a shocker.
Crumble. Absolutely. That's what you've got to hope for.
And we're playing with the C grade reigning champ as well this weekend. Your old mate's friend. Yeah, Brian's friend, sorry.
Yeah, right. Okay. There you go.
So, but he's in B grade now, so good.
So he's not a threat, so it doesn't matter.
He's not a threat, no.
Yeah, good. All right, mate. Well, just swing thoughts. Keep it easy. All right.
Just exactly right.
Not going to say anything more than that. Any golfers out there know you don't want too much. You don't want too much advice. You want one thing to think about. That's good.
Yeah. Hit the ball.
Forward is the main goal. Hey, Cho, I got something for you. I was thinking this happened today. Bit of grind my gears, but just a bit of a funny story and a bit of a poor effort from me, to be honest. So I set up an excursion to go to West Tigers facilities last term with some kids. Anyway, it fell through. We didn't end up going, so I was a little bit pissed off. And funnily enough, I was dealing with Kezie Apps, the Gillaroos captain, West Tigers captain. She works there. She was organising all the stuff. Anyway, something happened, stuffed up, didn't get it going. So she's emailed me back this week and said, "Hey, what about these dates? We'll redo it. We'll get a couple of things going." Yep, sure. So I emailed her today. All right, Kezie, thanks for getting back to me. Let's lock in those dates. Let's get it going. Press send, and then bang, got an instant reply. I was like, oh, this is going to say, I'm out of office. I can't reply to you. Lo and behold, it says, sorry, I'm out of office. I'll get back to you on the 16th. And I just thought, mate, get your act together. You just sent me an email the other day, and now I'm replying. You're not there. And then it clicked.
It's only an email.
But then it clicked. She's on tour.
Yeah, but still.
Well, she's living. They're playing in Papua New Guinea, I think, this weekend. But I was so filthy at her. I'm like, come on, mate. It's Thursday. I need you to reply to my email. And then I'm like, oh, you are playing for the nation. Maybe I should go easy on her. Poor Kezie.
She's got some downtime after training, surely, to go through some work emails.
Oh, I love that. I like that you're on my side then. I thought you were going to be totally against me, but you're on my side. Good.
Nah, I don't like it when you get like the auto responses, like, when people are on leave and stuff like that. I'm like,
I hate it.
Get someone else to handle it.
And you know what? I would much rather just either wait or someone else email me back. I don't want to hear that you're on leave till the 16th because now I'm waiting. Now I'm like,
she should have said that. She should have said that in the previous email, going, look, these are the dates.
Next weekend, I won't be available. So let me know now, or let me know the week after. Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, Kezie, I'm waiting for a reply. Maybe we'll tag her in the story we put up on the socials. Kezie, get back to us.
Not happy, Kezie.
Not happy, Kezie. Anyway, we'll talk about Kezie's team coming up. Do you want to talk the footy?
Yeah, we'll get into the footy, mate.
All right. So Pacific Championships. This weekend they start 6 teams in the championship. 2 games a week, 4 teams, 2 teams get the bye. 3 weeks and finals. So this week we've got in the men's, we've got the Australia v Samoa, and we've got Papua New Guinea v Cook Islands. Let's just go through those games. Kangaroos and Samoa playing in Townsville, and PNG playing over in Port Moresby. That'll be massive. I reckon that. You know what I've actually noticed? Because the Prime Minister's 13 played over there, didn't they?
Yeah, they always go over the Port Moresby way.
So, like historically, Papua New Guinea, you play at Port Moresby and they're right on the fence, and 5 minutes before the end of the game, they flood the I don't think it happened the other day, did it?
It did, yeah. It did happen in the Prime Minister's run. Oh, yeah, they were how they'll just full jumping and they just like rip at you.
Okay, because I didn't see any of that after the game, and I was thinking, oh wow, they've sort of settled down, but obviously they haven't, which I love because I was like,
No,
where's the
they even do it
passion
on the
gone?
bus on the way there. They're
They're banging on the bus. Yeah, yeah, I
the
saw them banging on the
yeah.
bus, but
But,
yeah, they love. Look, one of the only countries where it's the national sport, so pretty cool.
yeah.
Man, I'm gonna let you give us the Aussie team. Have you got it there?
I do.
You sent it to me the other day when it first got released.
Yeah, I did. Captain and fullback James Tedesco. I think some people obviously said he was a bit lucky to still be playing in the team with sort of how he went this year and other sort of fullbacks coming into it with Reece Walsh. And the next bloke that I'll be talking about, Dylan Edwards, mate, making his debut on the wing.
Interesting decision.
It is an interesting decision. I think you can wait to give Teddy a rest in one of the games against
Cook
I think it
Islands,
would be
PNG,
Cook
whoever
Islands
they're
or
playing.
yeah, and I think that would have probably been a good one to give him actual fullback role in.
They play the Kiwis in week 3, so fair enough. Maybe they can't rest anyone.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But anyway, I'll keep going with the team with the Hammer in the 3, Tony Staggs in the 4, and Saywin Cobbo in the 5. I think it's Edwards, Tony Staggs, and Cobbo making their international debuts, or is it
Correct? Yeah,
Staggs?
I think it's Cobbo and no, maybe it's Hammer and Staggs.
Yeah, and Edwards.
Yep, and Edwards.
With that back 5, I don't know what they're.
And Cobbo. Sorry, 4 of them.
I don't know
Edwards, Staggs, Hammer, Cobbo. All 4. Sorry to interrupt you.
I just don't know what they're trying to do with the back line. I don't know. It's weird
my response to you the other day was, I hate it. If we can focus on that back line for the moment, James Tedesco plays with the Roosters this year. Roosters, for the most part, were shithouse. Teddy wasn't that chop. We were going to cut him from the New South Wales side when we were talking Origin at one stage. You've got the Dally M winner of in Kalen Ponga, not even in the side. You've got Dylan Edwards, who was a grand final fullback, was probably one of the best on the field. I think ran for nearly 300 meters or something, was involved in just about everything, has had a stellar season. We spoke about the fact that, he's won a Clive. He's been one of the most decorated fullbacks of recent years and hasn't played international footy. Loved to see him in the team, but I thought he could be in the one. And then you've got Reece Walsh as well, an NRL fullback who in the final series played pretty damn good. So he's got the form, still doesn't get picked for one. I think James Tedesco is simply there because he is what's the word? The captain. What's the word for ongoing? Whatever. Because he's the captain. I had the word. Incumbent? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
I think if I sort of scroll down the list, let's say that Isaiah Yeo was the captain, I reckon Teddy doesn't play. But because he was the captain last time, because he's going to be that captain, I think that's the only reason.
He might have to perform this championship to sort, and then maybe have to back it up next year with the Roosters to see how it all goes.
How old is Teddy? Would he be 31?
31 this year, yeah.
31
this year.
He's still got a couple of years in him, but good for that captain's age. If you're a second rower or a half,
It's just everyone's coming up though.
Mate, there's a lot of good fullbacks.
Yeah, and you sort of sometimes see it with New Zealand that they just go, "Radio, you're done." We're moving on. I'll keep going on to the side. We've got Munster and Cherry Evans in the 6 and 7. Cleary would have been there, but he's pulled out because of injury. He's going to get some off-season surgery, so that's fair enough.
Yeah. But
don't
still,
really have a problem.
Cherry to replace him, no dramas.
He's 100%. It's still,
Absolutely.
you know,
And you've
there's
got
nothing
that
wrong with
you got that Queensland combination there with
Yep.
with actually a fair few Queenslanders in the back line too, so it could be good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got no complaints there. Payne Haas in the 8, solid as a rock. Ben Hunt, I think him at 9, him at 14, Harry Grant at 9, 14 doesn't really matter. They
Yep.
do that for Origin, so that's pretty easy. You got Tino at 10. I think that's a pretty good pick as well. Cam Murray in 11. Don't know about that. He's been a bit off. Didn't have the best 2023 season. With the Rabbitohs and the Blues.
Who would you? He was probably, I'm looking further down before you get to the interchange, but I'm looking at, someone like Ruben Cotter could probably take his spot. I know Ruben Cotter's played.
He's 13.
He's probably more of a lock, but yeah, I don't know. I also thought Cameron Murray. I was like, well, yeah, he's got runs on the board, but
I think that could have been one position there. You'd go, you know what? Let's just throw someone out like Dave Fafita. I don't know. I don't think he had too bad of a season. Like, he plays on the Titans. Yeah, mostly
what about
up
one of
and
the
down
Penrith
season.
boys? What about Spencer or Moses? Are they front rowers?
They're 8. It's 8 and 13 as well. But so yeah, look, obviously he sometimes, I think if he doesn't have a standout, he just goes radio, pick the proven boys that have done the job. And obviously he's got to have a bit of merit there to sort of, you've done the job for Australia before, so we'll keep it going.
He's got runs on the board.
Yeah. Liam Martin 12. It's a pretty
Good
easy
pick.
Isaiah at 13. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought he maybe would have been on the bench to start, but
do you think he might play like a shorter stint to start with looking at the interchange bench, which is pretty strong?
Well, yeah, and we'll go to that interchange bench now. Harry Grant at 14, like we sort of said before earlier, him and Hunt. Lindsay Collins is a good pick. He's been rewarded he's pretty much standout year for the Roosters and the Maroons. Paddy Carrigan, I think him and Isaiah Yeo could probably switch. And then obviously Ruben Cotter, he's just an absolute workhorse.
I like Ruben Cotter.
Yeah. So, and then
I'm just looking at those lists. I'm also looking at those lists. How's me talking about Spencer Leniu? He's obviously playing for Samoa. You idiot. I'm a dickhead. Sorry.
It's hard to say because when I'm going through the list, they're all blacked out, and then I'm not really looking at names.
No, I'm just looking at the names. Yeah.
And then obviously Nico Hines got rushed into the squad with
Cleary out.
Yeah,
I almost thought that he could have been a run to start with Cleary out.
Oh, nah.
It would have been hard to push Cherry Evans out, but I was like,
I think put him in there for a bit of experience. I think he had a rough. Obviously, we talked about it a bit there. He had a rough time in New South Origin. So, but yeah, Jakey's there, Flegler, and
Flegler very unlucky to miss a spot.
Just when it comes to Origin, it's good, but then when it's Australia, it's like you got a couple of them New South Wales boys there that just pip you. But it's good though. Get him in there young.
And Val Holmes is there for what reason?
I don't like it. I think he shouldn't have got picked with his.
Absolutely not. After the cocaine thing.
The off-field scandal. I think it's just easy to go. You know what? Even though he got, and this is the problem, right? If he plays a game for Australia, that's his 1 game suspension, and it's done. And he's created. I think Mao should have a bit of a higher standards there and go. You know what, mate? Serve you 1 match next year. You're not playing because you've done it wrong.
I just don't think that makes representative football look any good. I think
No, it
you.
doesn't. And so, you know what? You can get in trouble for your club, but I'm going to pick you. Like,
Like
it's not good.
Mal Meninka's got to have a bit of awareness and go, let's not pick the blokes that just gone into shit in their little off season before the finals. Let's pick the
Yeah,
blokes that have played good all year, kept clean, no dramas, whatever. Let's go. Yeah, I thought that
100%.
was pretty. I thought that was pretty bad.
I agree. We'll go through the Samoa team. Fire Longo and fullback. I'm not quite sure where he plays. Tuolungi, mate, switching, as we talked off air, switching alliance from Australia to Samoa.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not too much of a big loss, really, to tell you the
He's
truth.
look. We said, like you said, we are talking off air. He was just trying to get a run. He wasn't going to get a run with the Kangaroos, so I don't blame him. Absolutely, go for it.
Isaac Tago obviously plays for Penrith. He's solid for them in the centres. Young Tonomapia for the Storm.
Has played
He's
pretty
another
good
one.
this year.
I think he had a good year in the Queensland Cup, and then near the end of the year, but when he came into the Melbourne side,
Absolutely.
obviously Brian Tottle on the other wing, best winger in the game. I would love to see him in Australian jersey, but that won't
He's not
happen
going to.
until they become a Tier 1 side, and then they got to pick
I
what they're
still
going to
reckon he'd
do.
pick Samoa.
Well, that means no state of origin then.
I reckon he'd pick Samoa.
I don't think he would.
You don't reckon?
I think he's trying to get as many games for Samoa now, and if they do become a Tier 1, I think he goes radio. I'll switch to Australia.
I reckon he'd brush the Blues in a heartbeat.
I don't think I say yes. I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
I think him
And
and Luai would say, "See you later, Blues."
I wouldn't care about Luai, but
I wouldn't care about Luai either, but I reckon those sorts of blokes would just go, anyway, whatever.
well, it's a lot harder. And then we go into the next one. Stephen Crichton playing the 6. Obviously they're struggling.
Interesting choice for a 6. I know that he is a fantastic player.
I would put him at fullback. Surely
He's
someone else.
Well, I reckon they should have gone with they should they should have just gone down to number 17, Ronald Volkman. He plays for the Warriors. He is much more versatile and has played in those playmaker positions for the Warriors this year. I just think Stephen Crichton, like you said, put him at fullback. Let him roam around out the back and do something special, rather than he's going to have to be in charge of the plays. I don't know
100%.
what's his in-game kicking game like. He can kick
You
goals,
don't
but can
you
he?
don't really see too much, do you? You only see a couple of grubbers there for Penrith and kicking goals, like you said. But
Yeah. So,
and another one was you got Dejan Arce. He plays for the Warriors, so him and Volkman would have played a lot together in the New South Wales Cup.
uh, he's not at the Eels, Arcee?
He did go to the Eels, didn't he?
He went to the Eels this year.
But he
I'm
did
pretty
good
sure
when
because he was in
Dylan
my
Brown was
Supercoach
out,
team.
so he must have been good.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So I think that would have been a good spine. But obviously, I don't know who the coach is, so I couldn't quite find that out.
Give me a minute.
While you keep looking that up, I'll go through the rest of the team with Una Meccano in 8. That's another solid pick. Gordon Chan Chum Pong.
I think he plays for Manly. He's had a couple of games late in the season. He didn't go too bad from what I can remember of the back end of the season.
Okay. And then they actually do have a decent forward pack there. We're going to Junior Paulo at 10, Luciano Leilua in 11, Conley Lemu he played for the Dolphins this year. He had a pretty good year, and Keenan Halasia for the Broncos. I think that's it's a solid enough 8 to 13 for Samoa going around. Especially when you look at their bench, and I think you got two guys that could probably count themselves unlucky for not starting in Spencer Lenu and Heelan Lukey. I think them boys should probably be in the starting side. I would put Lukey in front of Lemu. And then you got Terrell May and Ronald Volkman, as we said, to finish off the bench.
Terrell
Um,
May. Who's he play for? Is he a Rooster?
not quite sure. I'll tell you
I don't
what, you
know.
know who's, I just looked on their extended, Greg Marju. What does he have to do to get into this side?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Considering
Put,
Pualangi's
put
in there
Tonomapea out,
and young
Tuolangi
Tonema
to the
Payer,
centre.
absolutely.
He he nearly scored the most tries this year.
Yeah.
Like, I
And
did,
on that reserves list, they've got Marzu and Talau, who are both
he
wingers.
played absolutely super for the Tigers as well this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, look, you're not going to get rid of Toto, but
No, To'o and
the
Tago
others.
and Tuolangi probably you could probably go down. You can go three.
Yeah, Marzu
I,
for the Knights. Yeah, that's very odd.
yeah, I
Their
did not. I
coach,
did not.
which might make a bit of sense to why Stephen Crichton's playing in the six. Ben Gardner is on the coaching staff for the Panthers, from what I could just find. So maybe he is, sort of
Because it
getting a little bit too excited.
was Parrish. I knew that, and then he quit. I know it was Parrish, but then he quit halfway through this year or whatever
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
Yeah, they just said
Um,
new coach when I looked him up. Looks like he's connected to the Panthers. So I don't know. Maybe he's a little bit excited about Stevie getting in there.
seen him for one last time.
Mhm.
Because technically, obviously,
I've got a bet on the Kangaroos to win, I think 13 plus. I've given them a 12 start line at like $1.80.
I think it's a close first half, and then I think in the second half, I think
Absolutely. That's what I'm banking on.
the Kangaroos should steamroll them.
The fitness and experience, I
And
think, of the
yeah,
Kangaroos,
100% the experience. Like,
especially those halves, and even like James Tedesco out the back, Dylan Edwards on the wing, Ben Hunt, Liam Martin, like I think those guys are just going to be able to control the game far too well. I think you'll see
100%. I think
Ben Hunt or Harry Grant will kick a 40-20 and they'll capitalize on that,
Munster
and
will just
they'll
run rings around him.
yeah
He doesn't have to do much.
yeah.
He
And
just
they'll probably be a little bit too much pressure on Stephen Crichton.
yeah. Even looking over, Cam Murray against Leilua and Liam Martin versus Lemi Lemu. As good as them players are, they're pretty
Yeah,
good. They're Aussie boys. I think they'll just run through them too
yeah,
quick.
absolutely.
And then we'll quickly go through the Comals and the Cook Islands with Alex Johnson at fullback, Robert Derby, Zach Laybutt, Roderick Tay, and Nene McDonald. Didn't know he was still playing.
I think he's over in the
Then
Super League or something, maybe.
okay, then you got Kyle Laybutt. He played a couple of games for the Cowboys this year.
Yes.
Lachlan
Yep.
Lamb, he had a very, very, very successful year in the Super League.
Correct.
Going from the Roosters over to one of the teams. Then you got Kapanidis playing in the 8. Rimbu for the 9. I think he's been their hooker for a very, very long time. Richard in the 10, Alec in the 11, Dan Russell in the 12. Dragons.
Dragon. He's a dragon. He didn't go too bad, actually. I think I'm hoping he could almost be a starter for 2024.
And then Jack DeBellin. When I seen he pledged his allegiance to PNG, I just went,
He's played plenty of games for PNG, I think.
has he? Okay.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
no, actually no, maybe he hasn't. I think he's maybe played a couple. But anyway, yeah.
But
Good on him.
and then you got Liam, and then interchange bench, you got Liam Horn, Nixon, Poot or Putt, Rock, and Coat. Pop.
Look,
And
there's
whoever you want it.
Justin Olam on the reserves.
And Reese
That's
Martin. And Reese Martin.
and
He was
Reece
like,
Martin. Is just
so obviously,
is Olam hurt or something? Because goddamn, I know I'm putting him in. He's absolutely going into my
I
side
don't
every
know
day
who
of the
was
week.
cutting. I'd be getting rid of Tay or Ty,
and Reece
Roderick
Martin.
Ty.
Anyway,
So be interesting. And then with the Cook Islands, mate, I'm not going to go through the team. I'm just going to go through the players that we would know. Keller Iro, I think he went 2 years in a row, New South Wales Player of the Year, I think.
Yeah.
He plays for Newtown under contract with my Sharkies, Eastland Masters. I think he's been playing pretty good in the Super League. Brad Tangarangi, he's been playing
how old's Brad Takarangi now?
He's been playing some group football. I don't know what group he plays in, but nothing. He's a semi-professional now.
Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure he's been playing some group footy around.
Yeah, he's not playing professionally this year. Played for the Hull Kingston Rovers 21 to 22.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
And then David Wiley had an all right up and down season for Rabbits this year. Zane Tedavano was another one. Didn't know he was still playing. And then
Zane Tedavano was playing for the Dragons this year.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is it he?
Okay.
No, maybe I'm thinking of a different bloke. But he's gone. He's gone somewhere else, I think.
And then I don't have a clue who the. Yes, I'll play that.
Yeah. Look, two teams that are obviously, they're much further down the list of. Yeah.
PNG should win though. With looking,
I think
at,
a bit of home ground advantage and a bit of there's a fair bit of NRL experience there in comparison to the Cook Islands. But in saying that, look, a couple of guys there that are, again, you sort of say pledging allegiance. I like the fact that Lockie Lamb plays there every other game.
100%.
I like the fact that Dan Russell, who's an up and coming NRL player now, Jack DeBellin, who's played Origin, those guys going into that camp and be able to mix with some of those guys that are probably playing in the Queensland Cup, they're going to boost the quality of them going back to their Queensland Cup side, but also boost the quality of what's to come. And you'll probably see people like Lockie Lamb in 10 years' time or Jack DeBellin in 5 years' time on the coaching staff and recruiting players and going out to source players and that sort of thing.
I don't have too much of a problem with Alex Johnson and Lockie Lamb because they've done it in World Cups as well. So it's not like they're just coming in here. When they've been available to play for PNG, they've always done it. I don't mind that. It's some of the people, and it's for all the countries as well. I'm not just saying PNG, it's just all they pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like,
Tyson Frizzell has played for 3 different nations.
I was going to say, did we find out?
It's a 3-game series in England.
Yeah. And when did that start? Does it start this weekend as well?
I thought it was next weekend.
Next week because we got the Super League Grand Final Sunday morning. I think that
it's the 23rd, Monday the 23rd. So it's not till the weekend after.
Yeah.
They've got a 3-game series, I think it is.
So
good. I'm thinking PNG. Probably take that one out.
Yep, PNG with me, and then that means New Zealand and Fiji have the bye.
Into next week.
Next week, yes.
Mate, I'm going to go through the women's teams just quickly, especially the Jillaroos versus the Kiwi Ferns. This game in particular is one that I will be making sure I watch on Saturday evening, 6:00. Thinking about the grand final that was played between the Titans and the Knights, that was pretty good. I actually really, really enjoyed it. These two sides, the Jillaroos and the Ferns, are pretty much all of the quality players that are coming out of the NRLW are jam-packed into this side. I'll quickly go through the Jillaroos. Tamika Upton, Jamie Chapman, Jess Surgis, Isabel Kelly, Julia Robinson, all household names. Taryn Aiken, Ali Brigginshaw, again, household names. That Brigginshaw, you don't like her?
Yeah, I don't like her.
You would say that. I think she's probably got 1, maybe 2 games, not games, maybe seasons left in her. she's getting on now, and I think it's time for her to step down. I think they can play for a little bit longer, maybe some of the women. There's less games, there's less, sort of impact on their bodies. But I think she's almost at that time to step down.
And that's why I say I go, being around for a long time, you're playing, there's no one else.
She was a superstar 5 years ago.
Yeah, for the first 2 years of the NRLW, she best, like one of the best players. But
I can see where you're going with that from there.
Yeah.
Their forward pack: Shannon Marto, Keely Davis, Jessica Elliston, Kezie Apps. Sorry, Kezie, you just focus on your game this weekend, mate. Don't worry about my emails. Olivia Koenig and Simona Talfer. Your Emma Tonagato, she's in the 14.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty good 14 choice. She played in the halves for the Sharks this year, yeah? Did she? Or did she play fullback? Yeah, no, she played in the halves.
No, she went from fullback to
fullback at the Dragons, because they had that. They had Jada Taylor at fullback, I think. But a great versatile 14. Caitlin Johnson is a great forward. Kennedy Charrington playing pretty good at the Eels, and then Shaylee Bent, an ex-Dragon. I think that's really, really strong. Then the Kiwi Ferns side, again, full of some of the best players out of NRLW: Appy Nichols, Anessa Biddle, Shanice Parker, Mele Hufanga. She's she the Bronco? Play for the Broncos? Can't remember. She's a centre. She is. I'm not picking on it. She's about as tall as she is wide, and she just absolutely runs so hard. You like that one? Sorry, Mele. I don't want to run. I don't want to run it at me, mate. But she is an absolute wrecking ball. She is going. If she's on the same side as Isabel Kelly, she will put Isabel Kelly on her ass. Leanne Tufanga as well in there. Ashley Quinlan, Racine McGregor, a Dragon. So I like that she's there. Mia Hill-Moana, Brooke Anderson, Angelina Tikarenga Katoa, Atessa Pule, Lyshan, Albert Jones, Georgia Howley, Kyla Nathan Wong. She's a Dragon. She's played, I think, in the Olympics for rugby, and now playing league. Nevada George, Jasmine Favini, and Amelia Pasacala. Good game. It's going to be a good game. I'm tipping the Gillaroos just.
Yeah, 1-8. Gillaroos 1-8.
Yeah. If their back line gets firing, they could even win by 20. But I think the forward packs are just going to smash each other, which is mad.
And I like it that they're playing before the men. I like how it's on a different day.
Yes, we spoke about that last week. That they're doing double header in Townsville and Port Moresby. Great decision. So, I'm not going to go through the Samoa or do you want to go through the Samoa and Fiji teams? Not really,
mate. I'm going through it now, and
I don't know as many names. I'm going to watch it. I want to find out who's who.
Yep.
Don't know as many names there, but Jamie Soward's the coach for Samoa, I think. He's got a gig there. So
they'll go bad then.
Yeah, they might. Shout out to Jamie, one of the greats.
Yeah.
I've got his last name on one of my shirts.
That's all right.
Yeah. No, but hey, look, when you think about there was a bit of negative press about him and he lost heaps of players, but then he's picked up an international gig. Something must be going right. He must be building that back up again. So
obviously the story wasn't as bad as it first
as it was played out to be. Yeah.
As it's always the case in all different things, that it's not as bad as it turns out when it starts to circulate.
It just was one or two people having a crack. One thing I can see, the Fiji team on the NRL app doesn't have a named captain. That's interesting. So I don't know what to make of that.
Maybe 13, 17 captains.
A West Tigers job. How many co-captains did the Tigers have last year? Was it last year or this year? Last year.
Last year. I think they had 7.
It was like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
Freaking hell. Shambles.
Even sticking with the theme, mate, of NRL on the final topic, today rumours going around. It's not technically official yet, Madge Maguire, mate, get named as the New South Wales Blues coach. Fortunately, we forgot to mention that last week that Joey stepped down.
Yeah.
I personally like it. I think first coach we've had in the last couple of appointments. Before obviously Fittler and Daly, that someone's going to go hard at him. You know what I mean? Sort of not be your best mate. Sort of take your shoes off, take your socks off, feel the ground, and
I think, and we've spoken about it before.
He'll pick people in their positions. He won't be doing none of this 3 fullbacks in the back 5.
Yeah. I just think that I think he was pretty hard done by at the Tigers. I think he probably
showed from Ivan Cleary.
Yeah, but I think he probably is a really good coach. You can see work that he does because is he still the Kiwis coach?
He's still the New Zealand coach. Right. I don't know if he will do the assistant coach now for the Canberra Raiders. I don't know.
Well, see,
how that worked out.
I think I was listening to Matty Johns, and again, I like Matty Johns, and I think he's got a really good insight into the game and into the people within the game. I think he mentioned something along the lines of having someone that's not just a standalone Origin coach, having someone that's in the NRL and coaching the Origin team. Being a head coach and coaching the Origin team is too hard. You know, and no club would want their coach doing it because, you know, it's just a bit difficult. Are you playing the same week? You know, that doesn't work. I think an assistant coach can step into that role and say, look, I'm off for this week because I'm going to focus on the Origin and then I'm going to come back. And it creates a bit of a, you know, creates something where he can bring in strategy, but he can also take strategy back to his club and that sort of thing and find out what works and what doesn't. I actually think it would be better off for him and the team and the game if he keeps his position at Canberra and takes the Origin team on.
Definitely, yep. Couldn't agree more. I think obviously, I think that's why Ricky, Bellamy, them boys sort of just stepped aside straight away and went, no,
too hard for a head coach.
Figure out
yeah.
And I don't think Canberra and Storm probably wouldn't have gave him permission to New South Wales or the coaches to go with it. And obviously the Canberra Raiders are happy, like you said, to still be an assistant coach and the Blues coach, obviously, because they wouldn't have let him talk from New South Wales if they weren't going to allow it.
I liked your point. I think you sent it to us today or yesterday. You don't want someone that's just friends. That's just one of the boys.
In the end, he just came too buddy.
Yeah, he just got too caught up in the. And the other thing is, Freddie's got all his media stuff that he already does. So I like if someone's involved with the club. I don't like if someone's involved with the man because he became bitter and annoying and a big sook and all that sort of stuff. You can do that because you love the state, but don't do that because you're the coach as well.
And you can see the difference because Billy Slater does the exact same. I don't think he doesn't do as much as Brad Fittler in Channel 9, like he does the Sunday footy show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he takes himself away from the football. Fittler, you got Joey Johns in his ear. You got Greg Alexander in his ear, just chirping away. And they just picked and sticked.
Yeah.
Sometimes it shouldn't have been picked and sticked.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully they announce it tomorrow. If they do, we'll put up on the socials. But I think we can both agree that I really like it. It's probably one of the better ones they could have picked.
I don't know if there was too many others available.
You probably would have went Jeff Tuvey. Other than that, you don't want to be picking someone out that that hasn't been coaching for a while. So I think it was a clear cut. I didn't see it coming because I didn't think they had the balls to do it.
Well, that's the thing, but it also creates a bit of a Tigers dropped him. New Zealand keeps him. New South Wales sign him. What the hell are the Tigers doing? Because a successful side like an international side and another representative side want him, but the Tigers don't.
He walked into that place with a shit show from Ivan Cleary. The board's still a shit show right now. So I feel, as you just said,
I saw something that maybe
think that it's the board. Yeah, I did. I know even about
what's his name?
CEO.
Yeah,
I don't know what his name is.
He's a weird looking bloke.
Yeah,
he might be on the out, and he's only just signed an extension of some sort.
I'd be surprised if it does happen though.
Well, it'd be typical Tigers to just write a beat up story.
Yeah, but even he needs vote. Like they need votes to swing.
Yeah.
Like because it's obviously Balmain and West and stuff like that. It's all majority votes. Doesn't matter if you're not liked. If you can get that majority to like you, it's all you need. But we'll see.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Madge, I think a good signing.
Definitely agree.
Moving away from footy, that's about all we got for footy. We've got a little bit of footy to come for the next couple of weeks. We've got the Everest. For any of the horse racing enthusiasts this week, we've just had in our punters group some back and forth on who we want to back for the Everest. Who did we end up? I won't even say who we end up going.
The richest horse race in the world. We'll start off with that 20 mil in prize money.
20 mil. It's mad.
Randwick this Saturday. I think it is the 6th running, 7th running. I think it's the 7th.
I don't know.
Red Zell won it first and second. Obviously, Gigi Kick the last year, Nature Strip the year before that. That's 4. Help me.
Do you want me to Google it? I'll Google it. There is no chance I'm remembering who won. Who has won?
Classic Legend.
The Everest.
So you got Red Zell twice, Classic Legend, Gigi Kick, Nature Strip. That's 5. Don't tell me the 6. I want to think.
That started in 2018.
So you got Red Zell.
Yes.
Classic Legend.
Yes.
And then I don't know the year there. And then you got Nature Strip.
Yes. I've just given you a massive hint in what I was saying.
Gigi Kick. Oh, did Nature Strip win it twice? You got Gigi Kick.
Yeah.
Gigi Kick won it last year.
Red Zell, Classic Legend, Nature Strip, Gigi Kick. Yes.
Oh, yes, no. Is it yes, is it?
yes. In 2019.
Yeah, Peter
ridden by Glenn Boss. Chris Waller trained.
Chris Waller trained.
Yeah. So 2017 was Red Zell. Karen McAvoy was on both of them. Yes. Yep. Glenn Boss, Classic Legend, Karen McAvoy, Nature Strip, obviously, J-Mac, Gig Kick, Craig Williams last year. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th running of it.
Yep. Beauty. Go through the field with it. They're pretty much in number 1. I Wish I Win. He is second favourite. Luke Nolan, Peter Moody, and Kay Coleman. Very good horse. And it's funny, they I did watch the video with Peter Moody at the barrier draw, how they did on the big float in the Harbour City, that he goes, if you didn't want to get a barrier, what barrier would it be? He goes, I don't want barrier number 1.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad he got it.
So they drew barrier 1.
Lovely.
So that.
Wonder why he doesn't want 1. Doesn't want to be pinned on the inside.
It doesn't have too much speed out of the gates, and with being Randwick, you have it open up, and then it goes sort of a bit of an angle to the outside. So I think that way, I think they might have to put it back a little bit, try and switch it off, and fly home at the end. You got Private Eye number 2, Nash Rilla and Joseph Pride paying $6.50. You got Think About It, Sam Clipperton, and Joseph Pride. Again, he is 10 wins and 1/3
out of 11 races. Pretty
out
good.
of 11 races. He is the current
4 from
favourite at
4 at the
4
distance. 3 from 3 at the track. 1 from 1 at the track distance. 8 from 8 jockey and horse. 2 from 2 second up. Mate, he's got a pretty good run so far.
He is. So we'll go through the field and then got Marzu, number 4. Outside. He got Overpass. I couldn't believe it. We got him at $10 and he's gone out to $13. You've got Joshua Parr and Bjorn Baker. These guys went over to WA last year and won the Quokka first inaugural, beating Amelia's Jewel. And if you put that form to what that horse has been doing down in Melbourne, it's pretty good.
Yep.
You got Buenos Noches, number 6 for Dylan Gibbs and Matthew Smith. You got Hawaii 5-0 for James McDonald and Gabe Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. You got Alcohol Free for Craig Williams and Gabe Waterhouse and Adrian Bolt. It's having its 3rd run in Australia, coming over from Great Britain. And the thing I find is he's had 2 runs in Australia, 10th and a 4th. I don't know how sort of that will shape up, but I'm not quite sure.
It'd be tough to back off that form. It's probably also going to be tough to win off that form.
Probably should have said at the start, all these have been picked by slot holders that paid their entry number 4. So all these horses, so it's technically you can't win a certain amount of races. You've got to be picked by a slot holder to represent their company or their name.
Yeah.
That's the only one thing I couldn't. The tab don't have it. They should have, I think, who they're by. And you got number 9 In Secret, Zach Purton coming over from Hong Kong. I like this is my dark horsey of the thing, but I just think barrier 12. I think you might have to do too much work. You got Espinosa and 10, Huey Bowman coming over from Hong Kong as well with Chris Waller. Shinzo in number 11, Kieran McAvoy and Chris Waller. Another one. He was pretty ordinary 2 weeks ago.
Came 9th, didn't it?
Yeah, he came 9th in. Not quite sure what race it was. The Golden Rose, sorry. And then that turned me off him pretty quick for that. You got Cylinder in 12. Zach Lloyd and James Cumming, number 13, Bella Nipotina. I feel like that horse has been around for a long time. And sorry, that's the first emergency.
Yeah, so there's 4 of these.
Got Zapateo, King of Sparta, and Villanina. So yeah, it's going through. It's going to be a very, very enticing race. A lot of people sort of have mocked the field, going, "Oh, this is one of the worst." I think this is probably one of the best, to tell you the truth. I don't know if that's just
It probably doesn't have as many of those.
Well, you look
huge
back at
names.
He injured himself. He's out for the spring. Eduardo, Ecuador, Nature Strip. Them 3 guys retired. They did the race for a couple of years, so it's like.
Well, that's what I mean. I think you look back at the winners. Red Zell, for me, not being as big into racing as you, Giga Kick, Nature Strip, Red Zell, 3 out of the last of the 6. They're all big names to me. Looking at this sort of, maybe like, I don't know, these aren't as big of names. Maybe
The
Marzu's
have had a good last spring, won a good spring this spring, and then kept backing on. This field is a lot younger.
You know what? That's what it is. They haven't had as many races. Maybe that's all it is.
Most of these guys will be 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. You look at your Nature Strips, your Eduardos. Them boys look, you know what I mean? Like, they've been around for a very, very long time.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Yeah.
Who have we
So
backed? Who have we backed for
we
the punters?
have backed Overpass, mate.
Number 5, out of barrier 2, Josh Parr's on board.
Yeah. So, and this is a good thing.
Um,
There's not a lot of speed in this race, and Overpass loves to go to the front, set a pace, and go catch me if you can. And I feel like I haven't watched too many videos of Bill Baker this week, but I'm pretty sure he would be saying to Joshua Parr, mate, if it kicks good, like if it comes out of the barrier good, push the speed out the front. I think he might. I think he might be going a bit early. I think he'll come through the straight on the bend. I think he'll kick it. I reckon he'll try and give a lead and go, you know what? If you chase me down, you deserve it. If
yeah,
not,
okay.
so yeah, that's why I think, and especially with I wish I win being in barrier 1 and have to go back.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's
and
probably the.
it all depends on the weather as well. We had a bit of rain tonight, so there might be a little bit of a sting out of the ground depending on Saturday and Sunday. And that is a little. I don't think it's going to get heavy enough to be a heavy, obviously, and that probably wouldn't play
No.
into Overpass's hand. But he likes a bit of a sting out of the ground, so I wouldn't mind a bit of rain tonight, rain tomorrow night, a little bit of rain in the morning, and then put it that soft.
You're asking for a bit much. Look, I just reckon think about it. The form, I would have gone think about it because the form going off however many, right, 1 in a row, 6 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe it's only 4 or 5. But like that's pretty impressive. So
Oh, 100%. It definitely is,
yeah,
but
it's even more. It's like 7 in a row.
yeah, no,
So,
definitely.
but I hope it loses. I hope Overpass wins. That's going to help the punters. That's going to really
Exactly
help
right.
the punters.
Yeah,
Going to
definitely.
give the
So
punters a nice little bonus.
that's something different
Only
to
got it
the
at nines. H.
9.
What are you doing? You should have waited till we got to 13. Oh, we couldn't.
Well,
We had to use our bet. We had to use
we
our
had
bet.
half an hour left, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah, couldn't do too much
Yeah.
about that. We only just luckily they had the barrier draw on the Tuesday night, not the
Yeah, I
Wednesday
know.
night.
I know.
Otherwise, you couldn't bet on it until the barrier
No,
draw
because I was trying to find it on the Saturday racing. I'm like, it's not there. I had to look at the futures. Anyway.
Yeah. So
Um, anyway, there's that. That's the biggest race this week, so we're not going to worry about anything else.
exactly right.
Go Overpass. Come on,
Yeah,
that'd be a good thing.
100%.
Anything else, sport, mate?
Yeah, I think we've got to live golf this weekend, mate, in
Jeddah,
Jeddah
whatever it is.
in Saudi Arabia, second last event. And pretty much we're going to keep it short and sweet. We've got only 3 people in the running for the championship left this
So,
year.
yeah, the overall live.
Overall,
Yep.
yeah, overall champion. Bryson DeChambeau in 3rd place. He's very obviously had a good second half of the year. Very consistent. He's jumped back up. I think you got, is it Cam Smith in 2nd or is it Taylor Gooch?
Cam's number 1 on 170 points and Taylor Gooch on 162. Now, Cam in Chicago came 40th, so got no points pretty much. And Taylor Gooch came 7th, so got himself a couple of points. So he's creeping up a little bit. Bryson DeChambeau came 1st, so really got himself back into the mix. Cammy needs something big this week. He seriously 40th last week. 1st the round before, 35th the event before, 1st the event before, and then a couple of 10s and 12s and 7s and stuff, but then back further. Surely he's due, if he's going up and down, surely he's due for a 1st or a 2nd or a 3rd or something to get himself some points.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
He's very up and down, Cammy Smith.
And it's a good time for us to go. Starts about 7:30. 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's less than 24 hours away. So
yeah,
that's okay.
So
For a
8
Friday
p.m.
night.
So it should be finished 12 a.m. Obviously, you can watch 9 holes. Obviously,
I,
the people.
I won't be staying up that late.
Yeah, I might have to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
You might have to prep yourself. Get some swing thoughts before
Exactly.
Saturday morning's game.
I think we both be back in Cam Smith.
Cammy needs a top five. He needs a top five desperately. So I'm
Just to beat them
hoping.
two boys.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets into that top five. He needs it. It would be
And we
good for Cam.
need a big week out of Jed Morgan as well
Oh,
to
Jetty.
keep his spot.
Where is he
Keep his
down here?
spot.
Oh, he's in number 46. He's only on 3 points. God damn, come on, Jetty. You know what? I hope Jed wins. Jed,
I don't think that's going to happen, but
Jed 1, Cam 2, Matty Jones 3. Make sure Matty Jones doesn't get too low because he's in 37th as well. So, although he's got 18 points, he's probably safe.
I think he's in the playoff bracket though, sort of with.
Ooh, is he?
So there's the relegation zone and then there's the playoff. So
Leishman's sweet. He's in the middle of the pack. So let's go Jed, Matt Jones, Cam Smith, 1, 2, 3. And Ripper probably still comes second. Knowing them.
We're seventh in that. I don't think we can't really do too much. We can only go to 6, even if we win both events.
Nah, the top team's too far ahead. Talk.
Well, the Crushers have
well,
four races are on 188. They've come second, third, and their Crushers have been 1, 9, and 10. And 9 and 10 really hurt them. So it's a bit unfortunate, but that's all right.
That's okay. All right, come on, the Ripper boys. They need something. Keep them in.
100%.
Or get the win. Love it.
Definitely.
All right, bro. Battlers.
Another solid episode. Exactly right.
Would have been at the start of the episode.
Monday night as well.
Oh yeah, big win. That was a big win on Monday night. H Moore hit a couple of holes, scored a try. 2 tries? 1 try.
1. That's the
one.
Don't want to take him out.
That was a good ball and it was a good run.
Was a nice little short ball straight through the gap there. I was going to keep running to the canteen. You know, you can run forever.
Run straight through to the car park. Try and get the ice cream van to meet you in the car park.
100%. But nah, it was a good win. Hopefully another win on Monday night.
7:30 again.
I think it's second versus fourth, I think.
I don't look into that, mate. I just turn up and play.
That's good.
Turn up and do my best.
100%.
I'm gonna look for another one of those. Chase the ball through, catch it one-handed, flick it out the side. That's what I'm going for again. You liked that. You liked that. You're outside me. You liked that.
I did like it. That's right.
All right, battlers. Talk to you soon.
Have a good weekend, everyone.